Hey guys, Marcello here, Marcello Arrambide from Wandering Trader. Wanted to do a quick video, guys, talking a little bit about how the secret to becoming successful in your 20s. I still remember when I was at that age and I would literally be willing to risk anything to be able to have money, to be able to travel around the world, to be able to do things on my own time and have my financial freedom. Obviously, you can see the office here behind me. I wanted to show you guys my live positions. I'm up about $3,600 in the market right now. I wanted to also show you guys the rest of the hotel where I'm at. You can see here, this is in Costa Rica. We have some of our traders here as well. You can see the waterfall. Sebas! That's Roy, best bartender on the planet. And so I think that most of us in our 20s, we really want things now, right? And I think most of us don't realize that it's gonna take time to build something, whether that's, you know, a business online, or you want to learn how to trade, or anything in general. I think it's important to be able to realize that most of you guys are very young, whether, you know, it doesn't matter how old you are. I want to tell you guys a little bit about my story, because I was willing to sacrifice everything, like everything, my house, absolutely everything, to make sure, you know, it didn't matter what I had to do, not sleep, absolutely anything. Because for me, I think we live in a society, especially in the United States, that only cares about money for the most part, right? And I think that there are more important things than money. In society today, we have to have money to live well and do things and things like that. But you can make a lot of money, you can lose a lot of money. You know, money isn't really the driver of what I do when it comes to day trading and teaching others to be able to do that as well. I think I just heard a noise here. Let me check the positions. I think we're up now. We're up now about $5,900. So let me show you guys here. Okay. Just like that. I have a few other positions that are waiting, but in order to really get to where you guys want to be, and obviously I think that you first have to define your definition of success, because for me it's about time, right? It's about freedom, financial freedom, location freedom, time freedom. This is one of the reasons why I love to day trade, because it gives you the freedom to work anywhere in the world. If there's a crisis like we had in 2009, I can make a lot more money in that situation, whereas if you own a business, you can't, right? You start losing money. So that's the first thing. We need to define our definition of success, whether that's money for you guys or spending time with your kids, if you have any. I'm sure one of you guys poked one out at 20 years old. Whatever that may be, okay? Once you get to the point where you know what that is, then you can get to the point where you can get to work. I think with the rise of social media, I really believe that we've gotten to this point where everybody kind of fakes it till they make it. And everybody wants to travel around the world and show everybody how great they're doing, and exotic locations like this one. But at the end of the day, guys, unless you're a hedge fund baby or a trust fund baby, we need to go work and get what we want. Luckily, I still believe that the United States is the best place in the world to be. I came from Venezuela when I came from a third world country, and now I'm able to do things that I never would have imagined that I could do. So you have to learn how to sacrifice, and more importantly, sacrifice your time. I think there's a difference with the values that we have today about working compared to what we had before. And I'll give you guys some examples of that. When I was younger, you know, I moved to Italy when I believe I was 20, 21, and I had to come back because my mom wasn't doing well, and I had to pay the university the fee that was incurred that my student loans wouldn't cover, because I stopped the semester because I had to come back early. That meant that I owed $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 in a matter of 4, 5, 6 months, so I could go back to school, so I could finish. And the only reason I went to college was so I could please my mom, because I made her a promise that I would finish. I haven't used the degree yet, but you know, you gotta do what you want you gotta do what you can for your mom. So I went out and I found 2 temp jobs, not 1 but 2. I worked at Bank of America and Citibank as a temporary worker. For those of you guys that don't know what it means, I would wake up literally at about 6 in the morning, get ready, be out the door at 6:30 so I could be at work at about 8 if I'm not mistaken, leave at 5, drive in rush hour traffic about 40 minutes away to the Citigroup office to work there another 8 hours. So I literally was working 2 full-time jobs. I was making decent money at that point. I think it would have been $60,000 or $70,000 a day, but I was only sleeping 2 or 3 hours a week, maybe even an hour and a half sometimes, because obviously after you get home at 2, 3 in the morning, you know, you want to get ready, you want to read the news, you want to play on Facebook, if Facebook existed back then. So I made the sacrifice of my time and probably part of my health so I could do what I had to. And I think we live in a society nowadays where we think that we don't have to sacrifice. We think that anything that we do will just come to us if we ask somebody, and unfortunately that's not the way things work. If you are in your 20s, whether you're 18 or 19 going in your 20s, I think that you guys should think a little bit about what you can do, because the internet has really opened up our opportunities than at any other time in history, right? And before we had to open up other businesses, even in respect to day trading. You know, let's say you're gonna spend $10,000 to learn how to trade, buying a program, opening up a $5,000 account. You wouldn't be able to start any other businesses with that amount of money at all, right? You need minimum a few $100,000 to be able to open up a business or to open up a restaurant or anything. And now with the internet, you can literally just register your business online, an LLC. I can maybe show you guys how to do that. It's a pass-through entity, which means that there's no complicated accounting. You just go to H&R Block or TurboTax. It's really simple. All your income and expenses go on a Schedule C sheet. And after that, that's it. You just start selling online. You know, you have PayPal, you have Stripe to accept payments. You don't need any complicated bank information to be able to do this the right way. So we're living in an age, guys, where you have all the opportunity in the world in your fingertips. And if you really want to learn how to do something, just go to Google and ask them. Go to YouTube and ask them. I really wish that I had all of these tools and all of these opportunities when I was your age. You know, when I was in high school, I was selling, I worked at a bakery, and I had to take the extra bakery products to school to be able to sell for $1 a piece, so I could learn, or I could start selling all the products that were left over that people didn't need. I did well. You don't have to do that nowadays, right? Now you can start the next Facebook. Now you can do anything on the internet. One thing I am gonna say and I'm gonna recommend is just don't do anything, guys, that isn't morally correct, so to speak, right? I think it's always important to make sure that you guys do the right thing. Don't steal people's money. Obviously, that's very important as well. So, you know, you can reach anywhere around the world. There's minimum 500 to 1.5 billion English speakers in the world. If you guys speak Spanish, if you guys know my history, I expanded my business, 2 of my businesses to Latin America since I speak Spanish. I'm also going to start doing it in Portuguese as well. Se vocês falam português, I really recommend you guys visit Brazil as well. But there's an immense amount of opportunity out there, guys. But the main thing that you guys have to consider is you have to sacrifice. You can't have everything. Life-work balance really doesn't exist. If you want to get somewhere, you have to work harder than the other guy, because there's a guy right now in Indonesia who's sitting at his laptop, 14-year-old, that's working harder than we are. So keep that in mind as well, because when you stop working, that's when everybody else catches up. But, you know, when I was in college, I didn't have a social life. I didn't have a girlfriend. I sacrificed everything. And now I can be at this beautiful resort. I'll give you guys a tour here in a moment so you guys can see a little bit of it. I just jumped off the waterfall here, which is great. So, you know, let me know if you guys have any questions. You can ask all the questions on Instagram or Facebook, or even here on YouTube with hashtag #AskMarcello. I'll be more than happy to ask all your questions, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao.